Hey Chris, how are you? How are you? Good, thank you. It's Parker, Network Hockey. How are you? Nice to meet you. Yeah. What's happening here today?
We're just setting up for our game tonight.
This looks incredible. Look at everything you got in here. Jeez, that cabinet looks sensational. Who we got here? You got a couple of guys here.
Yeah, so I've got Richard Armour, who is the Deputy Commissioner. And I've got Cam as well. He's tech guy, sound guy, and he's in charge of trying to neaten up the rucks.
So we spoke on the phone a little bit earlier, and I was going to come down, and I've been a big fan of your league for quite a while, Chris. So it's been really good for us to finally link up together and had a chance to have a chat. Have you got 5 minutes?
For you guys, I do.
Cool. All right, well, let's get into it. Chris, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. I know you're really, really busy upstairs just a moment ago. What's happening? It was only a couple of weeks from Christmas. How's things looking?
Yeah, good. Yeah, we're working on the next season now. So season 5 starts in April.
Season 5.
So we like to get in early.
Tell everyone at home, what's season 5 of the Kondos League?
The Kondos Ice Hockey League.
Kondos Ice Hockey
Used
League.
to be the Kondos Social League, but we went to Kondos Ice Hockey League to play on words from how we started 17 years ago. So
17 years ago.
Yeah.
Has much changed in 17 years in ice hockey being played?
In general, in Melbourne, yeah. In that time, Docklands opened, ICHQ opened as well. So big influx of players. A lot of adults coming to play, and yeah, a lot of their kids are playing as well. So it's growing obviously. So it's good.
Because Olympic Ice Centre used to be the place to go to play ice hockey.
It was the only place to go.
The only place.
It was the only place. Ring would close down, and then it was just Olympic Ice Skating Centre. So we were playing our league here, or not the Kondos Ice Hockey League, but the Victorian League. And we were training once a week and playing once a week. So it was really hard to play, obviously. Not enough ice time.
Not enough. That's a bit of an issue, isn't it?
Yeah,
Even
always.
with the multiple rinks in Melbourne now, it's still really hard for teams to get ice time. There seems to be quite an influx of players now really finding the time. Hey, look, I want to get back into hockey. Maybe I played years ago. Time to put the skates back on.
Yeah, like I feel like before, 2010, after 2010, ice hockey exploded in Melbourne. And I feel like I knew almost everyone in the sport. And now there's just people that I don't even know. Like it's so big now, which is really good. Yeah.
So you talk about 2010 as being the year where we started to see a lot of development. What changed, do you think, in 2010?
Well, Docklands opened. So, having 2 rinks there, a lot of general skating, a few more ice hockey movies came out as well. So, I guess that brought a lot of players in because, prime location, and then, general sessions here at Olympic really kicked off as well. I remember finishing a drop-in at about midday on a Sunday, walking out, and the line was just out the car park all the way to Centre Road. It was amazing to see. Really good.
So Kondos League it's played every Tuesday night, and you've also started doing Sunday nights now. Is that correct?
Not yet. No, not yet. That's maybe in the future if we're going to expand, which it looks like we will because we're pretty full at the moment. So we will be going to Sunday afternoon, hopefully, if the rink lets us. But at the moment, we're just every Tuesday from 6:45 all the way till 11 o'clock. We're off the ice. So
tell us a little bit about the league. How many teams currently play in the league? How many players do you have?
Yeah, so now we've got 7 teams. We started with 4. Actually, we started with 2 in 2023. And now we're at 7. So 6 teams play on a Tuesday night, and the 7th team have a bye. So they come down and help out, run the cameras, run the streaming for us, the lights, the music, everything, whatever we need. The commentators, if they need a drink, we've got the buy team to help them out. So it's good. Nice community.
Are you at the point now where you're starting to push back interest from players? Is it growing too big, or could there not be enough? Do you want more? Are you absorbing everything?
Look, I guess we're not choosy is not the right word to describe it, but we don't knock back anyone. We always vibe check, players before they come in. We don't want people that are going out to just play contact. That's not what we're about. We're about, just fun, getting the beginners to play with experienced players as well. So it's always nice to have that mixed skill level. But yeah, in terms of knocking back players, no, I don't like doing it. I like trying to accommodate everyone, get everyone playing and build a community.
Is that what sets this league apart? Is it the fact that you have different aspects, different people coming in, you're a little bit more choosy, it's a safer sport, people aren't really rushing?
What sets us apart is the fact that we've got people that have been playing 20, 30 years, and then we've got people that have been playing, 1, 2 years, some are 6 months. That's what sets us apart. These guys can play with experienced players can play with the beginners and try and set them up. For me, I like setting up a beginner and getting them the first goal. But from where we're different, it's all about fun, entertainment. Don't worry about the scoreboard. If you lose by 10 goals, who cares? Just have fun. We pay to play. It's not worth taking it so seriously. It's a Tuesday night. We have to work the next day. So not worth getting hurt, not worth, taking it so seriously where you get off the ice and you're not happy with yourself or not happy with your teammates or the other team. It's just about have fun, go and enjoy the ice time that's there.
So with the older players that have been around, the more seasoned veterans, do they sort of take on a bit of a mentor role within the league itself or just with their individual teams?
Yeah, so most of them, we've got a thing called top eights. So we started that when we have 4 teams. Every team had 2 top eights per team. So we had 8 of them. Now with 7 teams, we have 14 top eights. We just kept it. We just rolled with the name. But yeah, they are mentors. They should be mentors. I encourage them to play D and set up the play. So they can sort of help out the goalie as well, because we've got some rookie goalies that, like the good D as well. So they sit back, they play D, they break out, they pass to the rookies, they help them out on the bench, they encourage, I'm all about encouraging the rookies, and helping them out that way rather than trying to coach them, because I think sometimes in this sport, we've got too many coaches on the bench, and I feel like just leave the coaching to the experience, like Joey Hughes, obviously, one of the best coaches I know. Let him do the coaching. And if you want that coaching, come down on a Friday night and get that one-on-one with him. But for us, the experienced players, they sit on the bench, they encourage, they help them out, they just make it a fun environment,
So the focus is more on the fun, not necessarily the fundamentals.
Yep, exactly right.
I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
So those that are watching at home, if you are interested in joining a league that you feel like you want to be really nurtured, this might be a good place to come have a look. Perfect
place. If you want to get better, you will. It takes time, and if you are looking for a few pointers along the way, then yeah, the top eights are there to help out. They've got a lot of years under their belt, so that's what they're there for. But I don't like them going out to coach. I would rather them just create the safe environment and the happy, fun hockey that the way it should be played.
Absolutely. We did talk about how fun it is and how engaging it is to those playing. And it doesn't really take itself too serious, as you said, not to really focus on the scoreline. But anyone who's sitting in the stands, when there's a goal, there's sound effects that are played.
Yeah,
so.
We've got some sound effects going. We leave figures charge of that. It gets a bit button happy at some stages, but that's the fun of it, There's a few nicknames going around the league, and there's a few sound effects that match that nickname. So yeah, it's just a bit of fun. We're not there to torment everyone.
Who's one of the standout players in the league? Someone that, if there's a young kid who could look up to, have a fan favourite in a team, is there anyone that really stands out that people should keep an eye on? Yeah, look, we've got a lot of juniors playing, actually. I've got one on my team, Archie Kipper. He's pretty good. He's very motivated, which I like. I like seeing him, getting out there, having fun, and just being really motivated. He told me on a bench last week that he's never scored a goal in a league game, and I thought, well,
perfect. I just passed to him all night until he got one. He got one, and yeah, he was ecstatic. So I like where he's going. Costa obviously is our head ref. He's gone to play overseas, so obviously he's a talent out of the juniors. But he's reffing. He's not really playing for us, so it'll be too unfair if he plays. He's too good.
Absolutely. And you really promote mixed teams as well. That's
definitely. Yeah, definitely. We just think everyone should be in a team. You know.
I mean, inclusion is such an important part of the sport these days, and it's really good to see. What sort of numbers do you have for females that are now picking up the sport?
Well, picking up the sport it's hard to say. We've got a lot of females that have been playing for a while. I think we're sitting at about 35-40% females playing at the moment, which is good, out of 110 players we've got. So it's a pretty good turnout for them. Yeah, we can almost run a women's league, but I don't know if they want it. They just want to keep doing what they're doing.
No, that's great. That's really good. And nothing screams equality when they're actually playing
exactly
the male counterparts as well, which is really, really nice. Are there any players that you think that might be able to take the next step? You can see that are putting in the work here in this league that you think could go the distance, maybe into the Australian Ice Hockey League?
I mean, honestly, I don't watch for that as much. I'm just watching to see that everyone's chill and having fun. I'm not really watching on who's going to take the next step, but we do have Milan, a new French player that just came in, and he's really good. Like, he's really, really good. So I do think he'll try out for Melbourne Ice and Mustangs, but yeah, he's definitely up there.
So those that do come in and play on a regular basis, what brings them in? Are they coming from hockey families? Are they people from sort of outside of the community or introduced through?
It's a bit of a mix, actually. Like, there's a lot of hockey families. You know, their kids are playing and they're waiting for their kids to get old enough so they can play as well. But yeah, it's a bit of a mix. You know, there's a lot of hockey players everywhere. But yeah, we sort of pick up. There's DC Development Council before us. That's where the kids learn to play, and having the best coach out there, Joey Hughes. So we sort of pick them up as well along the way, and we run an exhibition game against some teams out of Ice HQ as well. So when we have an exhibition game, we try and get the kids out there as well, and with their parents obviously, and they love it. It's really good to just see the smile on their face, and it's something that I grew up doing as well. Like, I played basketball when I was young, and I played with my dad, and that was so much fun. Playing with your dad and playing with all the adults out there, like, it was something else.
With all these different rinks now, we've got the original Olympic ice skating centre, Ice HQ, and of course Docklands. Do you ever think we'd get to a point where we could have probably a battle of the postcodes?
I mean, that would be nice. that would be fun, like having a little tournament. I guess that's what we're trying to do as well. We're having some exhibition games. We played the Southern Lights a few times, actually, like I think 5 times. So we're having a little mini series. We're actually playing the Melbourne Amateur Hockey Club as well. They're a new team out of Ice HQ. So I like to just try and get other teams and bring them down to the barn and see how good it is here, because the ice has never looked so good.
It looks incredible. We'll get some footage of the ice in a moment, but it's looking really good. Yeah. There's great lighting in here. Yep. We've been all around Australia. We've had a look at some of the Australian Ice Hockey League rinks around the nation, and don't quite hold up some of the lighting as to here. This is really good. It's a really good rink. For anyone that's around the area to Oakleigh, come on down, come check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. It's really good. We
actually did some DMX lighting in here. I'm an electrician, obviously, so we did some show lighting throughout the rink. So we use it for a general session as well, because the lights react to the music. But obviously after every goal we do the show lighting as well. It's just a little extra feature that we have. To it's pretty fun.
So speaking on that, you've actually got quite an elaborate setup. When I just poked my head in before, sorry to interrupt you, by the way, as I poked my head in, there's quite a lot going on. There's lots of cameras, there's screens. Can you talk about some of the technology you use, where it's come from?
So 17 years ago, I finished my apprenticeship. I was just doing little small jobs on the side with my contractor's license, which is, so you could work for yourself. I was getting some cable one day, and the CEO of Blackmagic Design came in and said, I need a Sparky. And 17 years later, I'm still doing their electrical and data. And I did say, we're doing a little league here at Oakleigh, and he was really kind and said, have some cameras, have some gear, do it properly. He's all about do it properly, do it once. And he's very well, we're very well looked after by Grant and Blackmagic Design. So I feel, I sort of pinch myself every time we come in and see our rack set up and how lucky we are to have everything like that. So
that's incredible to have the support from people in the community. So Blackmagic Designs, there's a little plug for them. So that's great. Now, tell us a little bit more about the league. How many people do you have come in just to watch the league? Are you seeing people in the stands? Because you also offer it live streamed on YouTube as well. So
YouTube is our main source of watching the games. Obviously, we started out having maybe 5 or 6 views per game, and we've grown to maybe 200 views per game. We're seeing a lot of people come in and watch that, are just fans now. And then the one thing I really like is seeing the team stay back and watch, or come early and watch, and just mingling with other teams, not just sitting in their own team area in the stands. They're all mingling, and I love that. I think hockey's such a small sport. You can't just stick to your own little group. You have to just meet everyone, and there's a lot of personalities out there. You make some good friends. Some of my friends are from other clubs as well. So
exactly, that's the importance of that sense of community, which is really encapsulated by having a league dynamic which is nurturing players. It's respectful. So in this league, you don't see a lot of people who will then board players. Not a lot of slashing that takes place. Everyone's really respectful in that regard.
We're very strong on that. We don't like slashing. We don't like hooking. We don't like boarding or hitting or anything like that. We're very strict with that. We don't let it go. I can understand 1 or 2 happen along the way, but repeat offenders are, there's a process that we go through, and basically if I come and talk to them, they know they're in real trouble, and that might be their last warning. So I'm very vocal about playing clean hockey. Playing other leagues, if you beat someone by dangling them, you're always ready for a slash from behind. And I've had injuries into my wrist where it stopped me from working because I've been hit across the wrist, and it's just not worth it, Whereas here we encourage, if you get beaten, how about you skate harder and get in front of that person and try and take it off, and rather than, play dirty and try and take them down from behind. So we're really strict on any dirty plays, and we've got a process to deal with it. So we've been really lucky and fortunate that everyone's been really good. So we're happy.
Would you say that was one of the driving points for you to start your own league?
Yeah, I think it was. We were doing a session on Tuesday nights, like a dev league session. It was just ice time that we wanted to do, and we weren't allowed to do it anymore. So I came to Joey and I said, hey, have you got any ice time on Tuesdays? And he said, yeah, we've got an hour at 9:45. And I thought, well, that's late, but may as well do it. So that's where we started. 9:45, started with 2 teams. We had 20 people in the rooms. We had 2 captains, they choose their team, and then we just go out and play, like sticks in the middle sort of thing. And then there was more people wanted to come and play. We couldn't accommodate. So I thought, well, why don't we just start a league and have 4 teams? And here we are, 7 teams later.
7 teams later. And a league like this would take quite a lot of people to help it, keep it running. There's obviously a lot of moving parts. Do you want to talk about some of the team that helps you that put this together, who keep it running on a day-to-day basis?
So we've got an awesome team. So every team has a captain. They manage their own team. They've got a team manager. They help them manage if they fall behind. I have Richard Armour, who's second in charge. He does all the stats. I don't know how he does it, but he's counting pass attempts, shot attempts. He's like, the stats are something else with him. I've got Stephen Ward, who works with me. He loves being here. So he's always here helping set up. We've got Cam, who helps set up as well. Nick Luff's always here setting up. Like, we've got a massive team that just want to be here hands-on. And then behind the scenes, we've got another girl, Shannon, who helps balance the teams. And she sent me a photo today on her wall. She's got all the teams and she's highlighted different skill levels so she can balance the teams. And I thought, I don't have to do anything. I just have to turn up and play sometimes.
It becomes a passion project for everyone now, doesn't it?
I mean, no one's getting paid. Everyone's purely a volunteer, and it's a love for the sport, I think, and that's why I'm doing it. I love the sport. It's been in my life for 25 years almost, I think, and I've loved it every time I come into this rink.
That seems to be a big talking point for ice hockey in Australia, is the fact that there doesn't seem to be a lot of money at all. It is one of the most expensive team sports any person can undertake. But to see people coming in, it really shows us exactly what sort of team dynamic a person can expect and encourage. But on that, do you think there is a push starting to happen where we might see some funding coming the way of ice hockey in Australia from the Australian Sports Commission?
It would be nice to see it. Everyone has a way of using it if it's there. But I mean, for us, we don't really care too much. We just, I try and keep our fees low, and I feel like we're one of the lowest costing leagues to play. It's so great having the relationship we do with the Rink, where you can pay $24 a game and have the game commentated, streamed in the highest quality as well. I feel like we're lucky, and the players are lucky too. So,
well, do the players have to have their own equipment? Will they need their own sticks? Can they hire skates through?
Yeah, you definitely can. You can talk to the Rink, and they can hire something out for $20 or $10, I think it is. But we have had players come through where they've had no gear, and the good thing is our community, you put a post up saying, I need skates or I need shin pads, and there's 4 people that bring it for you. So, we've got people that don't have cars, and there's all these carpools happening to make this guy play who lives in Reservoir, I think it is. So it's just, the community is amazing. I'm taken back personally, because I had this goal in my mind, and I feel like we're past it with how all the players are getting along. It's great. It's good to see.
Absolutely. And we're only a couple of weeks away from Christmas now. Is there anything that's coming up at Christmas time or in the new year that we should probably let the viewers at home know to come down and support the community?
Yeah, look, we only take 2 weeks off through Christmas and New Year. So if I can play on Christmas Day, I would. Let's put it that way. I think on our wedding day, my wife and I almost played hockey as well. So, we want to play every day of the year. We've got, we usually do a New Year's Eve skate here. So we play for 2 hours. And then we have a barbecue in the car park and just hang out and until midnight. My parents came down and cooked for 50 people last year. It was so nice of them. So I think everyone's really hoping they come back this year. But it was nice. They made a big Greek feast for everyone, and it was really good to see. Everyone was getting along. Everyone's talking. No fighting, no arguing, no politics, no drama. It was great. That's the way to start a new year, I think. So it'd be fun. But
that's right. So those are watching. That'll be the event probably in the car park. Come along, come join. Bring some chairs, bring some snacks for everyone to enjoy. Should be a great night.
Yes, can't wait.
Now, how far, we're just about to wrap up, and it's just before Christmas. As we can see, probably some of the decorations. This cafe is really well decked out. The team have actually done a really good job. How many rounds will you play in the new year?
Well, our current season 4, we have 31 weeks. So with the buys, everyone gets 27 games. That will include finals, and if you get knocked out of finals, it doesn't matter. You'll still play. We have some teams that we're going to play in an exhibition game. So for the teams that are knocked out, they'll get to play exhibition games, which is good. Get to meet some new players as well, do some recruiting. But yeah, like I think we've got another 4 months after Christmas. So I think about 20 games left after that. So I don't think we're even halfway through, to be honest. So yeah, it's a long season. I feel like we're the NHL.
Without all the slashing and the back checks.
Yeah. We pay for our own sticks, let's face it. So you can't go around and slash people,
Exactly. Although I was here on Halloween, and Joey was wearing a bunny suit and he was doing some skating lessons for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Slapping the sticks on the ground.
Yeah.
It must be pretty close to breaking.
He's
terrifying.
Everyone, the kids are very different when Joey's on the ice. I do notice that. He means business.
Absolutely does. And we'll just give this Zamboni a moment to get around before we continue. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
The ice is always being prepared.
Perfect timing.
And there's games playing tonight. So those that are watching, jump on YouTube, watch the video. They are absolutely fantastic. It's a really well put together production. Come down if you're in the area. I'm pretty sure you guys will be happy to take anyone.
We love having people in the stands.
The facilities here are fantastic. This cafe is absolutely gorgeous. And it's probably one of the only rinks that I've seen, possibly throughout Australia, that I've seen. They've actually got a fireplace.
It's nice.
Keep you nice and warm during winter as well.
Yeah, it's nice here in winter. Got to be honest. We sit in the cafe and watch the games when it's too cold out there. So it's actually good in here. And they've got a lot of specials on for us. We got the cafe opened and every Tuesday, and I can tell you what, some of the players really slow down because you can see they've had 2 or 3 hot dogs before the game. So it's fun for both levels.
Now, if you could take the league up to another step, what do you think that step would be next season? Going to 2 nights a week will be awesome to see. Just expanding. I get a lot of messages every week saying, hey, can I play, or can my son play, or daughter? And so I just want to accommodate everyone. I like seeing friendly faces playing hockey, and I just want to accommodate them and get them in and take them under our wing, because I've seen a lot of people have gotten better playing on Tuesdays. You can see the different level they're getting to. I'd like to see more people come in and just go, maybe 10 to 12 teams next season, and really expand the competition, because there's some rivalries happening now, which is good, and that's only 7 teams. Maybe Network Hockey can get a team together. Maybe
I think
you'll see us out there. Not many people get much past me in the goals, but anyway. Speaking of goalies, actually, are we seeing a bit more of a growth in goalies, in young people really wanting to play that position now? Yeah,
definitely. We're seeing a lot of players that want to play goalie as well, which is different. So seeing them bring 2 sets of gear in, play our first game and play goalie last game, pretty impressive. But our first season was pretty hard to find goalies, and now we've got a little goalie group chat, and I just put the message out and everyone just jumps on it. So it's actually it's good to see goalies are wanting to come down rather than me having to beg them like I used to. It's nice to have them, and we have some goalies that play 3 games in a row just for the challenge, and why not?
That'd be something to see. I'd love to see a game out in the ice of just goalies on the ice.
Yeah, that's next, I think.
That's
You
next.
just gave me an idea.
There you go. The goalie game.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic. That'd be good. Chris, thank you so much for coming in today. It's been an absolute pleasure. We love coming out to these communities, and out in Oakleigh, have a look at the memorabilia around this place. It is absolutely gorgeous.
There's a lot of history here. My wife and I, we met 20 years ago here on right near the gate. We got engaged here a year later, and here we are 20 years later still doing the same thing that we did when we met. So it's got a lot of history for us and for everyone. So
this is where the Melbourne Ice started as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there's still just a couple of players that have started at this rink.
Yeah.
It was coming up to, is it the 20-year anniversary of the Melbourne Ice?
I think it is, yeah.
Do you think maybe we could get some of those that are still playing, the Liam Webster and the Joey Hughes, to come in? And
I'm annoying Joey every Tuesday. I'll put it that way. Every Tuesday I'm telling him to play, and he's a bit reluctant. And he wants to come out and play left-handed. And I said, nah, look, he's good left-handed. Don't get me wrong, but I want to see him play right-handed. I love playing with him, playing against him as well. So it's good for the morale, I think.
Left-handed, beer goggles, and balaclava on, and I
still dominate.
Still wouldn't play against Joey Hughes.
He's very intimidating.
But a down-to-earth guy.
Oh yeah, so humble. I've always looked up to him because he's always got time for absolutely everyone in the rink. It takes him half an hour to leave to go home because everyone grabs him and he makes time for everyone. So, if I can be half the man he is, I'll be happy.
But that sort of personality, it breeds that personality. Yeah. So if you looked up to Joey, we can see that sort of similar thing in you. And if you then can pass it on to the younger generation, just keep moving it forward and just keep the sport clean.
I'm just trying to keep it clean and entertaining. I think, I've had a lot of games personally with other leagues where I've gotten off the ice and driving home thinking, why did I do that? Well, I could have just stayed home and, played games or something. I would have preferred that. So whereas here, I don't want to leave, and no one wants to leave. Everyone wants to actually just hang around and have fun and play. And that's what it should be about. We pay so much money to play this sport. You got to enjoy it. Can't flush money away down the toilet.
Imagine the rink managers probably leaning over the boards, get off,
get
off.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it gets to that point, let's face it. Every Saturday we have a scrimmage for our players, and we scrimmage for 2 hours, and they can't kick us off.
That's a good problem to have. Yeah. If you have people that love the sport that much, they just don't want to leave. I mean, that's great. And as we're starting to see, there's always growth in every season. That every year that goes past, every league is starting to grow more. Women League is growing in Australia. The AIHL beer league's growing. So as you're saying, your league's growing.
Yeah, I mean, I modelled myself after beer league at Resi. It's so successful, and so many people are playing. Like, I want to do the same thing and just give them an avenue to play rather than just one league. It's nice to have options and play two. Whereas I couldn't do it when I was young. We could only play for one club, and that was it. We play once a week. Whereas here, you can play 3 times a week for 3 different teams, and I think you're lucky.
There you go. We'll have to have a chat about the cross rink round robin.
That'd be fun. I'm
get
definitely
some jerseys made up.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
We'll have a conversation.
I can definitely accommodate that.
That'd be great. Chris, thank you so much. An absolute pleasure. We're going to stick around.
Yeah,
We're going to enjoy some of the games tonight.
That's great.
As everyone should. So jump on YouTube. If you're interested in playing, Chris, tell everyone where they can go to find out more information.
On YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok now. I'm 40 years old and I'm still trying to work out that thing, but we're on TikTok as well. So Kondos Ice Hockey on all the socials. We're all there. And we try and put some shorts out of funny things that happen during the game. So you might catch a few live, which is fun.
Perfect. Thanks everyone. This is Parker St. Clair for Network Hockey. This is Chris Kondos from the Kondos Ice Hockey League here in Oakleigh at the Olympic Ice Centre. So thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
I serve as Chris's Deputy Commissioner, so I try and help keep sort of the day-to-day bits and pieces running.
Yeah, I think we're officially the ground crew.
Ice techs,
everything. We just we do what's needed.
We try. Set up cameras, pack up cameras, whatever else they need us to set up as well.
Look, I just like helping out with the IT stuff. I've helped work on the rack a fair bit, just making sure it's working and neat. I probably confuse the guys a lot with what I do here, but if I can help, that's the main thing.
Do you play yourself, or are you mostly just on the inside here?
I do play. I play for the Delhi Bellies.
Delhi Bellies?
Delhi Bellies is my team, led by Gary Knapp. My wife and I play for the Delhies, which is fun.
When I started playing hockey, that's how I met Chris. I've been like a lifelong friend with him. So I've sort of played hockey where he's played hockey almost my whole journey. And I don't know, where did we meet you?
So my first season playing summer, Chris was my coach.
Okay.
That's how I met all of these guys and sort of came into playing with all of them as well.
What got you into the Kondos League?
I was friends with Chris for a while. He was actually my coach in a former league. And then he come to me talking about wanting to start his own league, and I was all for it.
So when you play on a team with your significant other,
Yeah.
the healthy competition side of thing, do you go home a bit frosty with one another if someone doesn't pass the puck? Or?
No, we're not quite that competitive. It's always just a lot of fun to be out there. You know, she's still a brand new player. She's only been playing for about a year and a half, 2 years now. So she loves to just jump on and be part of the action.
That I think everyone's really accepting. There's no judgment of players, there's only ever encouragement, especially for newer players to improve. It's just a friendly place to come and learn to play.
Oh look, it's mainly about fun. The whole league's about fun. You know, I started at a very low level, and honestly, being the opportunity to play with some really high level players, I feel like I've improved a lot. However, it's all about the fun. It's all about the early development of the new players. So that's the primary focus when we're out on the ice.
It's very, I'd say, more community-based than any sport I've been involved in. And yeah, this rink is just, I guess it's home to a lot of us, and we look forward to coming to spend time and playing.
It's a great league to be part of. It's a lot of fun. The community around the league is probably what keeps me coming back. The stats are fun. They're fun, you know, when they're good. They're even funner when they're bad. The games themselves, you know, it's nice to get out and play some social hockey and enjoy it, but the community around, you know, when you're on and off the ice, the people who are here and the community that we've built around here, they're just really lovely people, and such a diverse group of people from all sorts of different walks of life. So it's always really interesting to hear what people are up to, how their family is, all these bits and pieces that aren't actually even related to the hockey side of things.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like an incredible community-based league, which is fun, clean, and exciting.